Delhi's air quality index is in the severe category for the second consecutive day. Today, the AQI in Delhi is 432. In Noida and Gurugram, it's crossed 500. Do you know what AQI of 500 means? It means what you are breathing is no longer air. Breathing this can give you lung cancer and your children asthma. It can increase your BP and it can wreck your life, give you heart ailments. What is the reaction? Schools have been shut till 8th November in Delhi, and the annual favorite odd-even policy may come back. But what is making the air unbearable among several cities in northern India? After days of deflecting the blame, the Aam Aadmi Party has finally come out and admitted the biggest reason for people in Delhi breathing poison is stubble burning. In fact, data from Safar also shows that as of November 3rd, 34% of pollution is being contributed from stubble burning. And yes, it is coming from Punjab. In a joint press conference, Chief Ministers of Delhi and Punjab, Arvind Kejriwal and Bhagwant Mann, said they didn't have enough time in Punjab after the elections to fix the problem, but will by next year.
पंजाब में पराली जल रही है, हम मानते हैं पंजाब में पराली जल रही है। इसके लिए किसान जिम्मेदार नहीं है, किसानों को समाधान चाहिए। किसानों को जिस दिन समाधान मिल जाएगा वो पराली जलाना बंद कर देंगे। पंजाब में हमारी सरकार है, अगर पंजाब में पराली जल रही है उसके लिए हमारी सरकार हम जिम्मेदार हैं। हम इसकी जिम्मेदारी लेते हैं कि पंजाब में अगर पराली जल रही है, केंद्र सरकार अब पीछे नहीं रह सकती। केंद्र सरकार को इसका नेतृत्व करना पड़ेगा। तो ये समस्या तो पूरे नॉर्दर्न इंडिया की समस्या है, जिसके लिए केंद्र सरकार को सामने आके प्रदूषणों के कारणों के ऊपर काम करना पड़ेगा। और जहां प्रदूषण है वहां पे जो स्टेप्स दिल्ली सरकार उठा रही है, ये स्टेप्स पूरे देश में उठाने की जरूरत है।
हमारी तरफ से 1,20,000 हैप्पी सीडर्स बोलते हैं उसको, वो मशीनें चल रही हैं। मशीनों की अवेलेबिलिटी की कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है। हम गुरुद्वारा साहब में भी अनाउंसमेंट करवाते हैं कि जिसको मशीन चाहिए, इस गांव में मशीन, भाई 4 मशीन, 2 ट्रैक्टर हैं। अगर आपके पास अकेला ट्रैक्टर है, मशीन नहीं है, तो आप मशीन वहाँ से ले आएँ। अगर आपके पास ट्रैक्टर भी नहीं है तो ट्रैक्टर समेत भी मशीन मिलती है। तो हम एफर्ट्स में कोई कमी नहीं छोड़ रहे।
पोल्यूशन केवल हवा या पानी में नहीं है। हवा और पानी के पोल्यूशन के विषय में भी आज इस बृहद प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस में बात करेंगे, मगर सबसे बड़ा पोल्यूशन होता है नीयत का पोल्यूशन। और जहां तक अरविंद केजरीवाल और आम आदमी पार्टी है, देयर इंटेंट एंड देयर इंटीग्रिटी इज पोल्यूटेड। उनकी जो नीयत है उसमें पोल्यूशन है, उसमें खोट है। और इसी कारण से आज दिल्ली भ्रष्टाचार के प्रदूषण से मारी हुई है।
So, while the politics speaks, let's look at the facts. Is Arvind Kejriwal right in saying that this is a North India problem and only Punjab is being targeted? This is data that I'm showing you that states themselves put out. As per this, Punjab has seen 24,146 incidents of farm fires between September 15th and November 2nd. Compare that with Haryana. So, Punjab is about 24,000. In Haryana, it's about 2,083 between September 25th and November 1st. And in Uttar Pradesh, between 15th September and October 31st, it's about 1,181 farm fires. So clearly, the most stubble burning is taking place in Punjab. But why? So one of the big reasons why is that there has been a bumper crop this year. And this is something the Chief Minister of Punjab also alluded to. So more crop, more stubble produced. There's a short time frame between the Kharif and Rabi crop season, and this has become even more squeezed, just about 2 weeks, because of a delay in the monsoons this year round. That means to actually prepare their fields for the next round of crops, the farmers have to find a cost-effective and quick method. And that, unfortunately, is just burning the stubble. That's the leftover of the previous harvest, so you can sow a fresh set of crops. This is the time-tested, effective method. Now, the problem all of these years has been to get the farmers to move away from this, right? It's easiest to lay fire to the fields, but how do you get them to stop? It's been a matter of many, many failures. A lack of incentives, the continuance of MSP for crops like paddy, which means they don't want to grow anything else. So truly nothing can be done? Can we believe the promise that things will be better next year in Punjab? What will the government there do about it? What about the rest of northern India? To speak on these issues, I'm joined now by Devendra Sharma. He's an agri-economist. Kailash Vasdev, senior Supreme Court advocate. Harish Khurana, spokesperson of the BJP, is joining us, as is Dr. Sumant C. Raman, political analyst. Welcome to all of you, and thank you so much for speaking with us today. Mr. Sharma, let me begin with your take and, your response to some of the things that the Chief Ministers of Delhi and Punjab, and of course Arvind Kejriwal as the leader of the Aam Aadmi Party, has said. He's saying that we will fix this by next year to incentivize the farmers. What can they do which hasn't been done before, and why couldn't they do it this year?
Well, I can't answer what they have promised to do, because these promises we have heard in the past also. But I think the more important thing is, yes, there is a problem. We know that the stubbles are burning. We also know, interestingly, that in Punjab, the reports today say very clearly that the AQI has been moderate in Punjab, where the stubble burning has taken place, whereas it is severe in New Delhi. From where we expect the winds to flow from Punjab to New Delhi. So it tells us very clearly that there is something missing in the kind of build-up that we see. Blaming Punjab, blaming farmers has always been easy. I have found every second show that I go to, everyone is trying to point fingers at Punjab. So having said that, I think let us be very clear.
But Mr. Sharma, today the Chief Ministers of Punjab and Delhi have said, yes, it's coming from Punjab. Today's SAFAR data for November 3rd says 34% of the contribution of pollution to Delhi is from stubble burning.
Well, I said that earlier, if you heard me correctly. All I'm saying is that the air over Punjab has been moderately polluted today, according to the norms, and it is severe in Delhi. So what I'm trying to say is that Delhi already carries a huge problem. It's not a gas chamber that has come up today. It's all through the year, it's a gas chamber. Let's be very clear about that. And I have never seen a discussion happening about the gas chamber outside the period of stubble burning. Having said that, I think we must understand where the farmers are coming from. And I think for the last 10 years that at least I have been discussing this issue, farmers have been loudly saying that, yes, give us an incentive. Let's not forget, Tamanna, that in Punjab, the farmers' income is less than that of a chapadasi. They carry an economic burden of 1 lakh crore of debt every year. And so these people are only saying that 2,000 rupees or 3,000 rupees as an incentive, and we will work hard to see that this pollution problem has been taken care of or managed. Now, what is wrong in that? Over the last 10 years, we have been just shouting. We also, I think those of us who sit here, blame A, blame B, and see this blame game has gone on. Why can't we come up and stand with the farmers? I don't understand.
No, but you're asking the same question I am, Mr. Sharma. No one is saying that the farmers are doing this on purpose or just, for fun. Everyone knows that there is a lack of incentive. Now, what is happening to those happy seeders? Why has that money not come? What happened this year around is something which needs to, be looked into if you have to avoid it again and again. But let me get Kailash Vasdev, because now we know that the Supreme Court is also going to take on this case. They're going to hear this on the 10th. My question to you, Mr. Vasdev, is what will the Supreme Court say differently? This has gone to the court. The court has issued guidelines. Nothing has happened.
Good evening. You see, this same debate has been going on for the past 5-7 years. Comes the harvesting time of the old crop and the planting of the new, we go through the same exercise, same discussion, same debates. The courts also give directions. No government is bothered. The farmer wants his crop because he has got to survive. No one denies it. The farmer is entitled to his rights. But is the farmer entitled to destroy the rights of others is a wider question today. You have restrictions. You have opportunities to move into different kinds of crops. Why is paddy so important to the Punjab? It never was earlier. It became important in the late 90s because it became a matter of great earnings. Today, paddy is not such a big earner for these people. Why are they insisting on paddy? Because the export market is there, because there's an involvement of the mandis, because there's an involvement of the political bodies, because there's an involvement of the men. So the farmer eventually will get nothing out of this. It is the other people who will earn. This has been a matter of great bane and a matter of great concern to everybody because the farmer eventually gets nothing for all his efforts to survive. Second aspect, insofar as Punjab is concerned, it was a totally different agricultural pattern which changed with the effect, say about 2005 to 2009. Shortage of subsoil water compelled enactments of law. The law enactments came in, they prohibited the planting of paddy between April and June. So the whole cycle changes. Why can't we rationalize it? Give these farmers their water supply through canals, put in an irrigation system which will work. Haryana has done it. Rajasthan has done it. Rajasthan is a barren state. They are growing more quinoa and more fruits than you can possibly think of. Why can't we do that to the Punjab? Is it that we do not want to do so? We've had a different government in Delhi for the past 7 years. There has been no change in pollution levels in this city in the past 7 years. We have built the East Corridor, the Eastern and Western Expressway, to take trucks away at night and throw during the day. If the trucks have gone away, why do we still have this very high level of pollution in this city? It is dust.
So today when Devendra Sharma says that Punjab air is moderate but Delhi is severe, he's essentially alluding to maybe the pollution is coming from somewhere else. Why blame Punjab?
No. It is not. No, I'm sorry. It is not coming from anywhere else. Wind directions change. They flow from the north into the south, into the southern areas. We are the warmer part. Those are the colder areas because they are closer to the Himalayas. It is a pattern.
Yes.
It's a natural pattern because now the rains will come in December, January. So the northeast monsoon, as it is called, comes in this manner. What are we talking about? I'm sorry. We are losing the core point. The core issue is manage it. You have a national policy of management of crops, of crop burning, which came in 2014. No government follows it. You have the NCR plans. Nobody does it. You have a new commission which has come up in Delhi. Why don't we do something about it? And in any case, why can't states take steps under the applicable laws to reduce this? The answer is farmers have to be protected. Yes, we agree. We also said that the citizens have to be protected.
I'm going to get Harish Khurana in. Yes.
Just a minute.
Yeah. Take a minute, sir. It's okay.
What we have to consider is that the population of the people in these cities, whether elderly or children, has to be looked into and protected. We cannot go on like this year after year and failing to attend to what is vital, human lives and human safety.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Well said. And you know what's even adding insult, what adds insult to the injury is how it all becomes political. Harish Khurana ji, today the Aam Aadmi Party says don't politicize pollution. Don't politicize pollution. You say that their intentions are polluted. But what is being done? What is being done on a central level to ensure that farmers are not incentivized the same way to grow paddy? The point that Mr. Vasdev is making. Yes.
Tamanna, first of all, you're very lucky that you are speaking from Mumbai studio, saving at least when we are sitting over here and debating with you guys.
Yes.
The AQL level is more than 600. So you just imagine.
My God.
We are living in a gas chamber today. And unfortunately, our part-time Chief Minister don't have a time for Delhi and he's roaming around Gujarat or Himachal elections. I don't want to comment on that, but
do you blame him? Who would want to be in the city if they can avoid it?
Let me complete. Unfortunately, we have a part-time Chief Minister who don't have a time for everybody, but not for Delhi. Point is, you have asked one question about what centre has done till now for removing the pollution. See, if you talk about in Delhi, 300 buses has been given last month only by the central government only. Delhi made expressway was made by whom? Central government to reduce the curb of the pollution from that Akshardham Mandir. Who has done it? BJP government in center have done it. You remember Dhola Kuan bottleneck? You remember so that so much pollution was been there at that point of time. Who has removed that? BJP government has done that. Central government has given 400 crore rupees, 498 crore rupees to be exact, to Punjab government for this stubble burning. Till now, only 38 crore rupees has been spent and 460 crore have been lapsed. 1,373 crore was been given for buying the equipments. 11,000 odd equipments till
No,
now
but they're
has
saying that
been
they
missing.
didn't have enough time. उनकी सरकार सिर्फ 4-5 महीनों की है, उनको time नहीं मिला है. They're saying हमें एक साल दो and then look at what we do next year.
A small 10-second answer to you to this is, till remember you last year till what they used to say, we have bought one Ghol capsule who has removed this Delhi Parali solve problem and spent 23 crore on the advertisement. If that capsule, biodecomposer capsule was so much effective, why has they not given to Punjab this year? A simple answer. Why have not they given?
Okay.
Point is this.
You know, Sumant Raman, I want to understand one thing. Whenever something happens, the party which is facing the heat says don't politicize it. For example, in Gujarat, the BJP says don't politicize Morbi. The Aam Aadmi Party, because it's facing the heat on pollution, says don't politicize it. Isn't it the job of politics to point out what's wrong so it can be improved for the common people? Isn't this essentially a responsibility of the governments there? Or who has to do it?
Look, I think you have to differentiate between what happened in Gujarat in Morbi and the pollution problem. Look, one of the very simple logical reasons why Punjab has not moved to to resolve this with as much alacrity as perhaps they should have done is what was mentioned on the program itself. The air quality in Punjab is not a problem. It's moderate. It isn't in the hazardous category at all. So there is less of a stake for Punjab and the governments in Punjab, whether it is a Congress government, whether it is an Aam Aadmi Party government, whoever is there in Punjab. The incentive for Punjab is, yes, it is an ethical issue, it's a moral issue, it's an issue that they have to resolve. But beyond a point, the voter in Punjab is not going to condemn his government or reject his existing ruling party for not taking action on this. In fact, they may reject the ruling party if they actually take any action and prevent the stubble burning. So I think that that is a fundamental issue which has not, which no one seems to have realized. Punjab has
No,
not
but that was
become a
supposed to
gas
change.
chamber.
Just 1 minute, Mr. Sumant. That was supposed to change when you had the same party in power in Delhi and in Punjab, where cause and effect both would impact the same party. What happened to that?
Well, the voters from Delhi can now demand accountability from Arvind Kejriwal and tell him we will not vote for you the next time if you don't solve this problem with the Punjab government. Now, that is something that they could potentially do. But yes, I disagree to some extent with politics being played on this, simply because any interstate issue cannot be solved by one party. It has to be solved with the cooperation of all agencies. The center plays an extremely important role. It's easy to say today that Bhagwant Mann has to solve this. Bhagwant Mann has been in office for hardly a few months. So, and a large chunk of his voter base involves the farmer community in Punjab. So you can't expect him to go and take them head on and, get the police to lock people up and impose huge fines and so on. It's not going to happen. It may be on paper, there may be announcements which he can make, but it's not going to be implemented on the ground. Everybody knows that. So the point is, the center has to get all parties together. I remember they had made an attempt a few years ago to get people to sit across the table and come up with some kind of a compromise. The state, which has no incentive to stop this, is being told that you have to stop it. The voter there is not in the least bothered that Delhi is, become a gas chamber.
There is no political incentive for the government of Punjab or the voters of Punjab to stop this. And, just to make the point that Sumant is saying, there was a report today that a local officer from the Punjab government was abducted by farmers when he went to levy fines on them. And then he was released only after a written assurance that he won't bother us. So what we are sitting and talking in Mumbai and Delhi is very different from what's actually happening on the ground in Punjab, isn't it? Mr. Sharma.
Well, I think it's of course true that farmers have been holding up the officials who come, but I've been again saying we need to understand what does a farmer do. You can go on filing FIRs against them. You can go on fining him, putting up fines against him. But his problem is that he knows he has got a short window. Last week I was in Andhra Pradesh. They also have stubble, but they don't burn it because you have a huge window after that. You don't go for wheat plantation soon after you harvest paddy. So we need to understand these are different conditions. To say that farmers are responsible because they are growing paddy is not their crop, I think this is all known. It's part of history. We also need to understand that the government actually put pressure on Punjab to produce paddy because the country needed food. Farmers are doing exactly what the government has been wanting them to do all these years. And now we are blaming farmers for getting into paddy. I don't understand where we are coming from. I think we need to understand that whenever Punjab starts talking about, crop diversification to move away from paddy, there's a letter coming in from New Delhi, and I can show you a couple of letters which have said that stop talking about diversification. We need to produce more paddy. This is what the government of India has been telling Punjab. So, don't
Harish
blame farmers.
You want to respond to that? You want to respond to that? Because, we need to get to the root of the issue. Farmers grow crops depending on the incentives they get. We know that the MSP cycle plays a very important role. Khurana ji, ye aapko jawab dena hai. Devinder Sharma is saying that there is a letter written from New Delhi whenever Punjab wants to diversify crops saying, please don't, we need you to grow paddy. Doesn't that incentive to not grow paddy and change that cycle have to come from the central government?
No, I don't think so. I mean, because this is a state issue. And I think Punjab government or Haryana government has to take this kind of decision. I don't think so. Central government is intervening in this. And
but MSP to Kendra Sarkar hi तय करती है ना.
But still, whatever the center supports want to, I mean, if the state wants a center support, center is always ready. If you remember, on 27th of September, all the environment ministers from the North Indian states, including Rajasthan also, and UP and Punjab and Haryana government was being called out and asked for a detailed plan to get submitted. And what all help you require, center is going to help you out. Only.
Sir, 27th September was too late. We have to start talking now about next year.
Listen me out, ma'am. Listen me out. Na? You will not. I mean, the actual fact is, on 27th of November, after that, only Rajasthan, UP and Haryana government have submitted their plans. But Delhi and Punjab, till now, it's been more than a month now, they have not given a plan what they want to do it. So what my take is, we need a visionary government for this. Imagine when BJP was in power in Delhi in 93-98, we brought a Delhi metro in Delhi. That time, if Delhi metro was not been thought of, what would have happened Delhi today? Same with Sheila Dikshit ji. She bought a series of flyovers today. If aaj flyover nahi hote, imagine what Delhi would have been today. So my point
Sir,
is,
क्या आप इसको Delhi politics के prism से बाहर नहीं देख सकते हैं? I know that's an important factor for you, but I think you need to look at this outside the narrow prism of BJP's fight to come back to Delhi. It's really to the people suffering today. It's irrelevant, sir.
No, Tamanna. It's about the vision. Even Haryana government can do, when Rajasthan government can do, why not Delhi and Punjab government can do the same thing?
Okay, Kailash Vasdev wants to come in. Kailash Vasdev wants to come in. Yes, sir. Is this at the end of the day something which needs to be spearheaded from center and state? And I know we keep coming back to this and it gets drowned in this, politics hote rehti, but it's important to understand which center of power can actually make a difference. If today Mr. Kejriwal is saying or Mr. Bhagwant Mann is saying we will improve things by next year, can they actually change it?
I have my reservations there because nothing has changed in Delhi over the past 5 years. We stay here. This evening, I was coughing away like mad. That's a different chapter. The fact is this, pollution is a national issue.
Yeah.
Everybody has to contribute to the restriction of pollution. If that is to be done, we have to look at it holistically. Every state is obliged under the constitutional provisions to protect the environment, to do their best. None of the states are concerned insofar as the vote banks are concerned. Please understand, there are three situations we are playing with. Delhi, we have free incentives, electricity, water. It is now being subsidized and promised in Punjab. The second issue is, insofar as pollution in Delhi is concerned, the contribution and the contributory factors are the same, 21% vehicular, dust, etc., etc. The third and fourth most important aspect is, insofar as the national holistic policy is concerned, every state has a different topography. They have got to deal with it at their own levels. Everything eventually culminates into a conundrum which has to be sorted by a joint effort. We have the NCR Act. Under the NCR Act, meetings are supposed to be held between the states within 100 miles of Delhi, 100-kilometer radius. These meetings don't take place. Now, to give you a contrary view, the stubble burning in Punjab runs into a couple of thousand. Haryana has reduced. UP has reduced. Rajasthan says they have cut it down. Now let's look at the Northeast. Northeast survives on the jhum cultivation, which is a rotational burning of crops. They manage it, work it out, but it takes place in a manner that the crops improve and more arable ground is available without affecting the green cover. Delhi has a very unique situation. Green cover has become the order of the day. Forest cover has gone. We have notified parks, district parks, as green areas and put them as forests. The existing forests, the Asola Sanctuary, the wildlife sanctuaries, have now been occupied by slums. So what is happening is, where you're supposed to have a 33% forest cover, you're reducing it to 20% green cover. A lawn outside your house is a green cover. Does it make sense? You're lopping trees. I'll give you a little statistics, because I was checking my records. As on the 6th of May 2015, the total number of trees cut by the Delhi Metropolitan Railway System was 46,529. The number of trees cut by the Public Works Department is 8,656. Please mark, I'm putting on affidavits, 6th of May 2015, filed in court. I'm referring to statistics on affidavit. These figures have changed. In the total number of trees planted in 2018, as against these trees is 5 lakhs. The total forest area has come down to 2,400 hectares, not kilometers.
Right.
So if you see this, under statistics now available, your forest covers are vanishing. You are planting shrubs.
Are you making the point? Are you making the point that this has made it worse? This has made it worse. This has made Delhi more susceptible. Is that the point you're making?
Yes, I am making the point. Because shrubs do not control pollution. They are not contributions to the carbon situations. Trees are. You lop trees which are hundreds of years old.
Absolutely. Thank you. Thank you for your in-depth explanations, Mr. Vasdev. Devendra Sharma, get in people who have studied this. Listen to them, talk to them, instead of just having press conference and thinking of clever quips to attack each other. This is a message to all political parties. You know,
well, I
get in
completely agree
people
with
who
you.
understand it.
Well, I completely agree with you, Tamanna. All I'm saying is, the day we stop behaving like a BJP or Aam Aadmi party, we will find a solution. The tragedy of this country is that we always look at from that prism. That, you know, it is my government, it is your government, you are to be blamed, I am to be blamed, and so on and so forth. You stop behaving like, you know, your two factions or two parties. Start looking at a human being as if they are responsible. I think we will find an answer. Now, this question of, you know, states and not doing, everyone has to join hand. We all agree. Now, let me tell you that, you know, Punjab requires, let's say, 2,000 rupees per acre as the support. The governments, Punjab and Delhi, are willing to provide 1,000 rupees together. Why can't the center provide 1,000 rupees additional so that you serve it or put that packet together for the farmers? And this is not this year only. It has been happening for the last 10 years. They are not doing
Why
it.
Why can't the local governments give this 2,000 rupees? If money is going to solve this problem, I'm sure it's doable.
The question is very simple. The answer is very simple also. The simple answer is that the states have no money. They are all surviving on borrowings. Now it is the center which has to provide that kind of resource. Why is the center running away? I don't understand. Why? I think this is
Mr. Khurana, you want to respond to that?
Sorry. No, just a second. Just a second. I'm going to respond to this. Punjab was a state which never borrowed money till 20 years ago. It was a self-sufficient state. Haryana is a self-sufficient state. They have created a structure where they are able to earn for themselves. The GST issues have now been resolved. They are paying, the central government is paying. These are statistics which are made available in proceedings. So therefore, don't turn around and say that the states have become poor because the central is not paying. The states have become poor because they're not working for their purposes. Why isn't Tamil Nadu and the other states wanting demand?
I never said
saying
that.
the same
I
thing as
never said
Punjab
that.
is saying? Punjab is the richest state.
1 minute. I'm going to
I'm
wrap this
saying
here.
it. You didn't say it. I'm saying it.
I'm going to wrap this here.
Let me
You
make
cannot
my
possibly
point clear.
say
Hold on,
that the state
Tamanna.
will not
Let
do
me make my
everything
point clear. Sir, the
Okay.
question is 20 years back, they may be sufficient, but they don't have money now. I'm not responsible for what happened 20 years back. All I'm telling you today, the situation is
Where is
that
it
the
gone?
state
I'm
government doesn't
asking,
have
where
money.
is it gone?
Doesn't
Ask the Chief
matter.
Minister, don't ask
Doesn't
me.
matter. My point is, if the issue is finances, I'm sure it can be arranged to stop this, to stop what we're seeing on our screens. If it's a matter of finances to stop farmers from burning stubble, there's a Supreme Court guideline, provide it. Center, state, bring in the private sector if required, provide it. We have to stop it. Is anyone taking it seriously, is the question. I will have to wrap here, but I want to thank all of you for joining us on the discussion. I hope there will actually be, a panel of experts who will sit on this and find a solution to this instead of just this tu meme. But before we go into that break, I want to play out for you a special report on the Parali politics that has erupted between the centre and the Aam Aadmi Party.
It is the onset of winter and the air quality in Delhi has reached hazardous levels. Political parties have been involved in a long-standing blame game over who is responsible for citizens gasping for breath. Now, amid all the smog and smoke, it seems like one side has claimed responsibility for this.
पंजाब में हमारी सरकार है. अगर पंजाब में पराली जल रही है, उसके लिए हमारी सरकार हम जिम्मेदार हैं. और मुझे उम्मीद है कि अगले साल तक जब अब लगे हुए हैं इस पे, अगले साल तक पराली के जलने का इंसिडेंस काफ़ी कम होगा.
Stubble burning is believed to have contributed to Delhi's hazardous situation of air pollution. The Delhi Chief Minister also suggested some corrective measures. This announcement comes a day after Union Environment Minister Bhupendra Yadav claimed that the Delhi Chief Minister officially refused the use of Pusa biodecomposer to prevent stubble burning in Punjab. Also said that the AAP government wrote a letter to the Commission for Air Quality saying that they had earlier tried to use the decomposer but now they found the results ineffective. The Pusa biodecomposer is a microbial solution which can turn paddy straw into manure in about 15 to 20 days. Developed by the Indian Agricultural Research Institute, it was introduced by the Delhi government in 2020 as a new strategy to tackle the issue of stubble burning. The AAP government alleged that in its pilot project, they sprayed the biodecomposer over nearly 1900 acres of land across 39 villages in Delhi. The government allegedly spent 68 lakh rupees on spraying this biodecomposer across 2020 to 2021 and 2021 to 2022. They also said that this method has benefited many farmers. However, CAQM officials have now said that in Punjab, the biodecomposer was used only on 5,000 acres of land on an experimental basis. Haryana used the biodecomposer on 5 lakh acres of land and UP used it on 1.4 lakh acres, and the results have been positive. Earlier, Arvind Kejriwal had blamed the centre for rising incidents of stubble burning in Punjab, saying that it had declined requests to provide cash incentives to farmers for not burning paddy residue. The AAP leader also asked opposition to show the letter in which he officially refused the use of Pusa biodecomposer in Punjab. However, Kejriwal took a U-turn from his statements and has now taken responsibility for stubble burning in Punjab.